So it's a voice agent enabled product that we have introduced to recover the abandoned carts that customers are making throughout the journey into their commerce life cycle. So if you see the real problem that we got while we started working on this innovation is that 70% of Shopify checkouts are abandoned. And there is a feature that Shopify provides, like we can reach the customer over email, but that is not resulting in the conversion. So these 70% is a bigger chunk of number which is getting lost. With Kagan Voice, we have worked with one of the Australian-based client, and we have seen our results in that you can see on my screen, which is like in 60 days from start to launch, there is a uptick of revenue recovery that is of 22% from 7% that was through emails. There is a 11 time platform ROI recovery done that is of 54.2 lakh rupees, and 31% all the calls that made are no discount needed. They are having certain doubts around the product, the usage, and all those things. So this innovation has been around like how we can solve the biggest problem of the businesses. So this is one of the use case that we have live results with, but there are other use cases as well which can be covered on the same voice agents. Now, to tell you about how the innovation is working in this with the help of AI, we have defined a simple seven stage AI pipeline in which firstly AI will fetch the details, AI will filter the details, it will comply all the basis of the guardrails that we have, then it will inject it into a pipeline for making the call. Fifth, it is making the calls, then analyzing the options from there, doing the discussions and everything. On the basis of the output, it will do a route and learning which will be needed for the further calls that AI is going to make. What makes this whole process different from the others is like email broadcasts are like older version of doing it, lesser click through rate, lesser customer interaction. Kagan Voice has the conversations which is going on with the customer. We are able to understand the real pains. Compliance is a prerequisite, not a setting. For that means we are guiding AI on every touch point, what AI needs to do, what all are the inputs that AI have. Every call makes the next batch smarter, as I say, like it is having an analysis thing inbuilt, which is making the next batch more smarter. So it's an intelligent AI voice agent platform that we have built around it. With this, the customer journey that we are going to have is like checkout abandoned. It goes into the list. AI calls it. AI have a duration of the call, offers a discount to the merchant with guardrails, SMS recovery link sent, and a recovery is being done. And in lot of cases, like in 31% cases, there is no discount needed to be there. Now, in comparison of the uniqueness, when we compare to the other products into the similar domain, like with Kagan Voice, it's a real-time voice conversation. Others do not have call centers are there, but the cost on the call centers are way higher. Dynamic discount negotiations, Shopify's native integration, post-call intelligence loop, 5-point compliance gate, and 6 use cases, one platform. So there are a lot of innovative ideas that are being you done and implemented with a result or using the Kagan Voice as a platform. To make the impact and potential, if you can see, there are the market scale is that there are 4.4 million plus Shopify merchants globally. The recoverable card revenue per annum is more than 260 billion plus dollars. Merchant based growth year on year is 20%. So these all are the real numbers from the market which we are tapping with the innovation that is there with the Kagan voice agents. As we say, it's a fully native voice agent platform. The pilot result that we have done is like 22% recovery rate that we have seen in the previous slides as well. So I will be moving it quickly from there. Social impact and sustainability to talk about on that, like core social impact, like 100% customer protection, There are 0.35 dollars playing field approximately, like per call, how minimum we can make it. That's the thing. 100 plus reducing human burnouts, like convert concurrent AI calls. With human, we cannot make that call, that much concurrent AI calls, because humanly it is impossible to do that. There are different industries and innovations that you can see over here, like decent work that we have, industries and innovation, cloud native, no physical infrastructure, lower energy footprint that tradition call center, responsible consumptions of the resources as per the need. Pilot results as we seen in the previous slides as well. So now moving on to the actual demo of the platform, I would just like to take you through the platform itself. So as you can see, this is our Kagan Voice platform. In this, there are a detailed dashboard where you can see all the details which are there, like how many calls are attempted, how many calls are connected, how many are completed, what is the connection rate,
In your
how much
dashboard, you
amount
are
is
able to see
recovered.
it.
Sorry, anybody saying anything?
You are showing your dashboard. We are able to see only your PPT. Reshare.
Oh, sorry, I am resharing it. Just give me a second. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you for highlighting that. So as I was mentioning, like we have a detailed dashboard where all the details around the activities that is being performed by the platforms are being listed over here. So total number of calls attempted, with how many of that got completed, what is the connect rate, how much revenue it is recovered, number of SMS sent. So it's a test account, that we demo account that we are showcasing you. The plan that you are on, how many minutes you have consumed, the conversational funnel, call statuses, and a recovery revenue trend. So this is how this whole data dashboard is there. Now, the most interesting part of the platform is like it is completely customizable and configurable via the user. There is no technological knowledge need to be there to use the platform. So you can use this simple prompt, and using this prompt you can define how AI needs to converse with the customer, what all options they can offer, what should be the tone, if voicemail gets detected, what should be the steps that needs to be there. And also there is a human handoff, how a smooth human handoff should be, how better we can do that. So everything is prompt based, and anyone who is not having any technological background can also use the platform very easily, knowing the dynamic word of AI. Then there are different customizations around, like customer can have their own number, customer can have their own
Mr. Prompt,
branding.
Mr. Naman, you only have about 2 minutes left for your
Sure,
presentation.
I will be making it quick. So these are all the configurable pointers that are there. Now, to define the guardrails, we can set different rules on the platform, like what should be the minimum cart value, maximum cart value, minimum abandonment time, what discounts AI can offer, maximum value, what can it can be. So there are a lot of pieces around which the rules can be defined, and also rules can be identified accordingly. Okay. So, moving on to the next point of it, which is like the dynamic call flow agent, which I was telling you, in that we have a simple 7 step. So, first of all, what happens is like it fetches the cards that we are having on the platform, then it runs and make the call. So now I am going to make a live call uh, on the system itself. So it will do the live call in the background, and here you can see the call logs, different call logs that we have. And these call logs will also give you a complete transcript what around the conversation which is happening. So this is one of the use case where a customer is having sitting in US, and their parents are in India, and they customer is with the help of AI agent, customer is helping them. Showcasing you few more cases around the call logs is this one you can see that customer has few items in their cart, AI call has been done, and on the basis of that conversation, the conversion is being taken in place. There is, we can have a proper recording as well, which can be heard around the same. And with the help of all these details, we will be able to manage the approvals, messages, and as I mentioned initially, that without having any coding knowledge, the platform can sustain itself. And businesses are growing with the help of these innovative ideas and making money that are lost for them in a good numbers. Just to quickly
Mr.
showcase
Naman,
to you.
the time's up. Thank you for your presentation. We'll now move on to the question and answer round. Jurors, we are open to questions.
Naman, I'm not at all an expert in this area, but it seems to me that there are many other solutions which are also essentially doing what you're proposing with this CAG voice and all that, right? So, what exactly is the technical innovation here? Many other people are also creating these kinds of voice agents which will inquire when the customer abandons the cart and so on. And such services are available, right? But you don't even have to investigate very hard. They're already in the market. So what exactly is the technical innovation in this work?
Sure. So, to answer that, Trisha, like there are a lot of competitive platforms, you are right. But as we say that the voice quality, the agent that we are using, the AI LLM layer in the background that is there, though if you see and compare, those are not that much streamlined or that much smooth that customer will be able to converse it as per the like it should sound like human itself. It should not be sounding like a robotic voice, or it should not be
That
sounding
seems to
like
be
a.
a fairly minor innovation, right? There are different kinds of voice systems, and even on your computer, for example, there are different kinds of things that you can use, voices, and some of them are good, some of them, as you said, sound robotic. That does not sound like an AI innovation as such.
So yeah, so in this particular case, Rishad, like to answer your thing is like there are a lot of AI agents which are already in the market, but as we growing into the specific use case word, having those AI agents directly being consumed is having a very less cost effectiveness, plus the control is very less. Now in this, we have built our own internal AI voice agents using which we are providing that on a reduced cost basis, and also as per the need of the customer. Like we are also
No, but
supporting the
once
regional
again,
languages.
okay, the need of the customer and sort of the CRM aspect is different, but I'm still not able to understand what kind of core AI innovation is involved here. On the technical side, what is the defensible sort of IPR moat that you have? Do you have any patents or any original work that nobody else can duplicate?
So yeah, we have already raised the patent for this particular product. It is the AI agent, as I mentioned, like the AI agents that we are having supported by different LLMs. Those all are different in a patent cycle that has already been raised.
No, but having a speech engine and an LLM and so on, and even CRM integration at the back end and all that, none of this is novel. What is the patentable outcome here or patentable invention here?
So, like the innovation that we have think of and that we have targeted for, to be honest with you, is when we are seeing the market loss. As I showed you some numbers, that there is a definite market target. Like there is a abandoned carts that are getting lost, right? There. So to solve those business problems around it, we have came up with an idea like how those can be solved. There
No,
are voice agents in the market.
also trying to do this kind of work, and there are many other competing solutions also. Anyway, thank you. I'll let other panel members go ahead.
Hello, this is Chitralekha, your Blue Machines expert. You can just call me CK if it seems difficult.
So I have one question. So you're using a GPT as your, I mean, mostly all off-the-shelf models, right? But how, I mean, isn't this costly? I mean, because these are, I mean, charge per token basis, right? So, and especially with multimodality, it gets even more costlier.
Yeah.
So how do you manage that?
So for that particular thing, Ashutosh, we have a smart engine in the background. What that smart engine does is basically on the basis of the customer requirement and on the basis of the use case. Like if a customer is needing any regional voice, so on the basis of that, it is on the runtime selecting the LLM which will be cost effective for that particular use case, which will be having better quality without having any a specific implication of the regional data set, because calls are typically very much in terms of what I would say, these are under the government norms, so all the norms needs to be followed properly. So there is a smart engine in the background which will dynamically be deciding which LLM to use for which particular customer, so that costs are also being controlled. There are few more things, we are also working with NVIDIA systems, where we are trying to host all these inputs onto the dedicated server and calling it from there. That is helping us in reducing the cost much.
Okay, okay, thank you. So, I mean, are these models able to handle all sorts of dialects? Like, I mean, particularly like in Indian setting, there is a lot of variation in the voice, right? And also in the dialect also.
Yeah.
Have you done some benchmarking of this? Like, how well do they uh,
So yeah, so
handle
in
these?
terms of benchmarking, Ashutosh, we have tried with different languages, like Bengali, we have Kannada, we have Malayalam, we have Marathi, and we have tried with multiple peoples from that particular region in different dialects, and they all are able to converse properly with the agent. Agent is understanding the dialect from the customer and updating their voice accordingly. As I mentioned when I was explaining to Shrisha, that it is not like we are just picking it up as a AI voice agent. Like there are IVR systems which can do these things as well. So we
Hmm.
have just focused on like how humanly we can keep it, so that the user should be able to understand it like it is a human who is conversing, not an AI or getting robotic at any point.
Okay, okay, okay. That's it from my side. Thanks.
Would any of the other jurors like to ask any questions?
So these voice engines you have built your own, or you're using, say, Blue Machine or 11 Labs?
So few we have built our own, few we are using from 11 Labs, from Servam and others. So
Percentage. What is the percentage?
so I would say like it is as I say, for English, Hindi, and some of the regional languages we have our own. For specifically, if I talk about like Malayalam, we have not our own for Malayalam. So for that we are using 11 Labs and Servo. So for some regional languages we are using the third parties, and for English, Hindi, Marathi, for these we are having our own.
Okay. And from where you got the data to train your models?
So that we are feeding from the different engines. We are having certain data from the call centers that we are having in discussions with. So we have taken those particular datas, and around that we have fed to the
So you are
AI.
in discussion. So how did you got the data?
So, we had some discussions, and then we got the data from some. Some
Okay.
discussions are still going on, with a specific use cases, I would say around the food delivery apps. So, in that, there are specific use cases of food deliveries that customers are asking for queries and to train the data. That discussions are in progress.
So is it the customer consented data or is it just unauthorized data?
No, no, it's a consented data.
How do you know it's consented data?
So, when we are having a discussion with
Yes,
the
are notorious, right? We don't take any consent.
So, just to answer on that particular thing, when we are discussing with the call centers and discussing around the data, how we can get those, how we can feed those things. So, there is a proper consent thing that they are saying, these are the data that we own and we can use it.
So what is the innovation like? So everybody is doing, have you really worked on latency or quality of voice, or you didn't give any kind of demonstration? But Dr. Ashish, over to you.
No, I mean, I also echo the same thing. I mean, see, there is a lot of opportunity for you because you are now running a platform, you are generating a lot of samples. So, are you making any efforts to move away from these models? I understand that to begin with, you will require support from them. You cannot really build them upfront, right? But after collecting data, are you making any efforts to move away from these APIs? Or what is the plan? I mean, that would be amazing innovation because then you're building IP. See, imagine right now you're giving your neck in their hand. If tomorrow they bump up the price by 10x, then you will be out of business. Or they start offering this service. So, what is the plan? I mean, that would have been amazing innovation in the
They
sense
started,
that,
11 Labs started their own agents, right? So they are
yeah,
eventually going to eat into your space.
yeah. So you should. I think I recommend that you should think about it. Your experience in this space. So, how can you actually build your own voice engine so that you are not dependent on other players? Also using these models, right? I mean, you're paying a lot of cost per token, right? I mean, is it really necessary? Because your query seems to be like very structured in the sense that it's not a very generic conversation that you're trying to have, right? Your conversation seems to be like pretty focused to this use case. So is there anything that you can do, because this is a constrained conversation, to run it, let's say, with deep learning models and not really using LLMs? I think those would be interesting directions to really do innovation, or some research to really build some kind of a business edge. I understand that to begin with, everybody uses these type of wrappers, but we'll have to move away from that, and sooner the better.
Sure. Like I take your points valid on that particular thing. Just to answer, like as I mentioned, like to reduce the cost, we have started working with NVIDIA setups so that we can set them up and reduce the cost of the LLMs and all. So we have started already working in the direction that you have suggested, and definitely we will be exploring it more further. As I mentioned, like for some regional, we are using the third-party systems, and yes, you are right. If the third party systems increase their cost, so it will be having a bump into our pocket. But yes, that is already been started, that is already been researched, and we have initiated it.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining, Mr. Naman.